You probably clicked on this video because you play Rocket League. And if you don't, fair enough. So I play a bit of Rocket League every now and then with my friend, noticing this thing where players are incredibly toxic in the game, which I don't understand. I'm not sure what's happening to the game, or like to the players in the community at least. Every time we get into games, we always notice people just being toxic no matter what. Like the second they get like 1 or 2 goals more than us, they just immediately start being toxic. We already turned off the quick chats because it's so annoying. People just always spamming every single game no matter what, and it was really annoying, so we just turned that off. And then sometimes they would just start typing, but not often actually. Mostly probably quick chat, but you don't see that anymore, so you don't care. They might be wasting their time and energy on like spamming and stuff, even though we don't see it, so we don't care. It doesn't matter what type of game. Could be competitive, it could be regular games, it could be fucking hoops. They're just always toxic. Even though if they're winning or losing, it doesn't really matter anymore. They would start, chatting, like using big words and stuff. And like very often even saying like keys, KYS, but then an E in between just to be sure that you don't get banned, but they should. It's like me and my friend, we're just having fun. Either he gets off of work or I get off work. It doesn't really matter. We don't have like a lot of time to play together that much, and yet we have people always complaining about, oh, you need to get good or blah blah blah, and you have no skill and all that. Like, brother, it's a regular game. I don't really have time to start playing competitively or like trying to learn really good stuff or mechanics or shit. I'm just here to have fun with my friend, and that's literally it. Otherwise I don't play this game alone. And even though they're losing, they would also just be like, oh, you're so bad at the game, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, rematch then, but usually we win those anyways. Or like the instant leaving. Oh, that's so funny. You can always predict the instant leaving. Always try to write bye-bye right before they leave, because we know they're gonna leave immediately. And even though we type it as fast as we can, sometimes we just can't get it in time. It's absolutely crazy. You're 0-3 and then you score 3 goals over a few minutes. It's literally tied still, and people already immediately leave. Once you have like a tie or you get ahead of them, they just immediately leave, and it's just so weird. Like, it doesn't feel like they're ever having fun, really. If they're winning, they get toxic and they start complaining and like trash talking and all that, and they always sound so angry. And then if they're losing, they're always angry. It's like, when are they gonna be happy? When are you? Even when they're with a teammate, so they're actively playing with a friend, they still just get toxic and start focusing to be toxic and trash talking and all that. Like, I don't understand. Why don't you just enjoy some time with your friend, bro? We're usually laughing our asses off, like we're having such a great time, and then he was then started getting toxic and they're like all mad or sad or cry or whatever, all that kind of trash talk. I don't know, it's so funny. Sometimes I really wish we would record these instances. We could see how much fuming they are while we're just laughing our asses off at these games. Because like, we don't really care too much about winning. Like, I mean, obviously sometimes we do, but it's still just having a good time with my friends, and clearly they're not having a good time. And it also just sounds like these people play for multiple hours a day, almost every day. I don't know, but like, if you're that mad, bro, just why are you playing? Like, why do you get mad when you're winning? Or yeah, whatever. It doesn't make sense to me sometimes. I mean, I get it, you can get mad when you lose a lot or have a bad teammate, but if you're actively playing with a friend, and no matter what happens, you win or you lose or you tie or whatever, you still get mad and start trash talking, it's like a waste of time and energy, brother. Like, what does it matter? Like, one guy, he actively kept losing the game, but he was like always mad, and he always said like, oh, scoreboard. So yeah, okay, sure, you have 100 points extra now because you just managed to score a goal. Congrats. We're still 3 or 4 goals ahead. I don't give a shit, brother. I don't care. Like, honestly, these guys, I need to talk about these guys. They were like a duo, and I think one of them was the most toxic, and then the other one sometimes or barely. It was always like, oh, 1v1. But I don't care about 1v1s. I don't really play with other people. Even if I had a good time with them, I don't always, enjoy teaming up and stuff like that. I get very awkward with it. Whatever. But my friend wanted to 1v1, so I was like, okay, sure, we can 1v1. But they wanted to 1v1 me, but not him. But then they 1v1'd him anyways, and he won really good. And then I 1v1'd the other guy, and then I won pretty good. And then we 1v1'd the other guy again. Like, I 1v1'd the other guy again, and I also won. And that was already after like 3 or 4 rematches. Like, it was first I think we encountered them 2 or 3 times in hoops and we won all 3. Then we went into regular, like 2v2s, and we also destroyed them. And then they wanted to do the 1v1s, and then we absolutely annihilated them again. It's just so funny, bro. You're actively putting all this time and energy into trash talking and playing more games and losing more and getting more angry instead of just having fun with your friends. Just enjoy the game more, bro. Even if you lose, it doesn't really matter that much. We're mostly playing regular games, so not even competitively. Why do you matter? Why do you care so much about that? It's just mind blowing to me sometimes. You could have just been like, oh yeah, they're just better than me, or even if we're not, it doesn't really matter. I tell my friend all the time, like, oh, it felt like we really could have won that one, but this or that, blah, blah. It just happens, bro. We just move on to the next one. Like we do get sometimes a bit nervous around people that are toxic, obviously. And then we can complain about it a little bit, and then we just move on again and just go to the next ones. And if we're really not having a fun time, or we're losing too much, or they're too toxic, we just surrender. It doesn't really matter, dude. It's like, ugh, just grow up. Like, you're actively not having a good time and then choosing to have a worse time and spend more time in having a bad time. Like, they could have just went on, played more games, have some more fun, you know. I mean, we had a blast. It was amazing. It was so funny. We had an amazing time. Anyways, just want to talk about it a little bit. Bye.